Sound great. Sweet. Awesome. Well, welcome one and all to Drift Colorado round 3 of the 2022 championship. We're out here at IMI in Dacono, Colorado. Super stoked. It's a nice day. We had a little bit of a cloud cover earlier, but it's looking great.
Fantastic.
We are so stoked to have each and every one of you out here, and I assume everybody in the bleachers can hear me. I know everybody tuning in on the live stream can hear me. I don't know how much you guys out there on the fence can hear me. We haven't set up speakers down there yet. But, yeah, we're stoked to be here. We got Mike helping us with the judging.
What's happening?
Introduce yourself a little bit, Mike. Tell us what you do. How do you slide, bro?
Well, today I didn't. So didn't bring a car, but I'm usually sliding. But today I'm judging. So I think everybody knows what I'm usually doing. So that kind of goes without needing explanation.
Yeah. So for the viewers at home who maybe don't know exactly who you are, they haven't seen your face yet because we haven't got a camera on you yet.
It's because I'm silent.
They just hear your beautiful Mama Jamma voice.
That's right. It's meant for the radio.
So what is it? So like you're with a drift team, right? I mean
opposition racing.
Opposition racing.
That's yep.
Okay, and
we
what kind
usually
of
travel around all the cash grab events,
cash
shootouts,
grab events? Oh yeah, those are the fun ones, right?
all the fun stuff.
Yeah.
Just came back from Indiana, Riverside 50K. Shout out to Link and Riverside for putting together that kind of industry-changing event.
Yee.
Big money.
That's stoked, bro.
Took a big L.
Well, I am definitely sorry to hear about you taking the big L.
It happens.
But I know last year you were upsetting a lot of people with a lot of big wins, big W's.
Just trying.
Yeah.
Podiums.
Lots
Podiums
of
are
them.
bust.
Podiums are bust. I mean, that's the way it should be in drifting.
Has to be.
Yes.
Otherwise, you just should just stay and have fun.
Right. Exactly.
If you want to compete, it gets a little serious.
Well, we are getting geared up for our Group B competition, which for those of you at home or those of you in the stands who aren't overly familiar with drifting, Group B is going to be some of our more low-powered cars, no cages or anything like that. And these cars are going to be doing a little bit slower runs, so we're going to be looking for a little bit different type of judging. Maybe, Mike, you can kind of go into the expectations for the Group B drivers.
Yep, Group B is a little more relaxed, low power. I think it's stock crash bars, so these cars are more like your daily drivers turned into some weekend track warriors. But we will be expecting just about the same thing. Obviously, the entries will probably be a little later with the speeds, but just maintain fluidity. This track isn't very big, being it's a kart track, so there's only really one line that works to flow through naturally, and that's kind of what we're looking for, is just the drivers to have fluidity and be able to maintain drift and make it through all the corners until they shut down.
Perfect. I mean, fluidity is kind of what you would want to see when you're viewing drifting anyways.
I do like a little violence.
Some violence,
Hard entries.
some slapping it in on the doors, just like
scare
full
me.
send right on the entry.
Yep. Scare yourself, scare
Like if you're
everybody.
not going 80 kilometers per hour with Eurobeat on saying deja vu, you're doing it wrong. Exactly.
That's it. Go fast or be last.
Well, I'm pretty excited to see how some of these drivers do. I've seen a lot of drivers that we haven't seen in some of the previous rounds come back this round, so that's pretty stoked. Unfortunately, we did have a couple dropouts. We're not going to really break into that too much. R.I.P. friends. We know we'll see you next round, though. It's okay. That's drifting for you. Things break,
That
man.
is racing.
You are putting these cars through their motions. So, but yeah, I think we have a shot. I don't have a monitor yet. Well, what are we looking at right now, Steve?
I think we're watching a tow get pulled off.
We're looking at the car being towed off the track. Wow.
Words.
Words Ken has today, man.
Yeah,
Words
yeah.
Ken has. That is the phrase of the day. Here they come into the pit lanes here. Oh no, not the Supra. Bummer, man. R.I.P. Maybe next time. So we got the track clear.
leading Max Pennington.
Oh, yeah. Sounds like we're ready to start. We're going to be sending Max Pennington versus... I missed that first part.
These guys have been pretty consistent.
Who is this?
Should be a good battle. Oh. That's going to be a 0 in the chase.
Yeah. Sorry about that feedback, folks. We're beautiful thing about this live stream is we are 100% self-funded, and as a result, we kind of just do things as we can and when we can. And we had a little bit of rain earlier, so we're still kind of setting some things up as we go. So you're going to see more action hit the screens as the event goes on. As we sit here and we watch Max Pennington and still looking for that name. Andy May, there we go.
My goodness.
With a spin out by Andy May.
We have leveled the playing field.
Good driving by Max, though. That was
It
pretty
was. He
very, very good looking.
did what he had to do in the lead to try to force an error, because that's kind of what he had to do, and he did it. And this is going to be one more time.
Does anybody have a pen?
One more time. One more time.
Okay.
They both basically had a 0 in their chases, so.
Oh, see, I was looking down, solving some fires over here. I missed that.
It's going to be one more time. Okay, so I'm just going to run these two right again.
Do it to it.
Hey, Max.
Looks like we're gonna go right back into that one more time since they're already there. I think both drivers knew what they had done and were like, nah.
Yep, just
we're
keep
doing
it clean.
this.
That's both of them. Just should keep it clean, and then we'll see who kind of gives out the edge at the end.
All right. Looks like Max taking the first run for the lead here. Really good entry. Pulling it real wide on that engage point to come back through. I think it's a little late there,
Much smoother, a little choppy. Oh,
but he was able to bring it back in. Ooh, a little bit of dust cloud. He is leaving poor Andy in the rear. It looks like Andy may have straightened. Where's our cutoff point here?
right here in the middle, you'll see that big
At that coin?
halfway through this horseshoe.
Or cone? Okay. Are we allowing a straight at the end there, or do we want them
I mean,
to
you
be
got to make
sliding
it through the finish line. You kind of end up a little straight because they can't really carry it, but we'd like to see them carry it. And now they're going to switch places.
So who's got the advantage on this right now?
I'm going to have to say Skid Z.
Max Pennington with the Skid Z car pulling in the advantage. Really good lead run, super followable. And I'm guessing it's because we had that straighten at the end as well as some gap. Oh, he wobbled, maybe straighten at that first corner here. Andy did. Which really messed up his line. He had to do some major correction right there at the end of the horseshoe.
I do not envy my position.
That was tough, huh?
I mean, they both had a similar bobble straighten in the same zone simultaneously. I'm going to have to... I'm going to have to lean towards Max Pennington.
Honestly, I agree with you
Taking
on that
the win
one.
on that one.
Not that I can or can't. I'm not a judge. But I think that
That was
decision, it's a
real
hard one,
close.
but Max put down a really, really followable lead.
We
I feel like
one more time all day, you know.
he also had less corrections on the
Yeah.
follow.
Yeah, a little cleaner, a little
Yeah.
smoother.
Exactly.
Now we got these Miatas battling it out.
I missed the names on that. Who are we running with these Miatas right now? Is that Rob G and Dominic Snell? That's definitely Dominic in the rear, so that's got to be Rob G in the lead run.
Oh.
A lot of unfamiliar drivers or cars for me this year. Seeing a lot of new faces to the sport, which is kind of nice.
Actually, in the last battle, that white BMW, he was out at the IMI. He was out at the Riverside 50K in Indiana.
Oh, fantastic.
So he's traveling across the country with his family in their toy hauler.
That's the way to do
hitting
it.
drift events.
That's the way to do it, man. Traveling the country, hitting the drift events. And a straighten on the follow. He's trying to catch in some of that distance, but
oh man,
he made
there's a lot of mistakes happening.
Yeah. Very wide on the lead by Dominic. I know he has to come in real hard because he's slightly underpowered, but oh, that's tough, dude. That's Dominic.
Yeah, it's kind of I'm deducting seeing who straightens less. Because they kind of both have these straightens where they zero each other out. But
if you're basing it off of that, from what I saw, Dominic had less straightens on both runs.
He had a little more speed, fluidity. So yeah, I'm gonna have
he kept it sideways longer.
Yep, Dominic's gonna take the win. And if I have to explain this to the drivers, I guess I have to, but it's not the easy decisions.
I mean, it's never easy telling somebody that they've done something wrong, but that's how we grow and become better drivers as a result, is by knowing where our faults are, as they're called, and knowing how we can improve, what kind of things we need to do differently as we're engaging, things like that. So
a lot of times everyone's making mistakes, so it's a matter of not gathering as many mistakes as the other guy.
Cody Rogers versus Mike O on this next run. For those of you who are standing around and might know, correct me if I'm wrong, so Cody is in the red Supra and Mike is in the, is that a Cressida? Sweet action.
We got a big straight in there.
On the lead run for sure. Coming in real wide on the follow. He's trying what he can, but it's not a followable run. He's coming way too wide on these engage points. I'm surprised he didn't go off right there.
Looks like he's just struggling to keep the momentum going.
I really like the follow run.
Yeah,
it was a tough follow, and he made it happen anyways.
Yep.
I agree. Mike's dope.
That Supra is set up yet.
Trapper's back here telling me how he feels. By the way, happy birthday, Trapper John.
Happy birthday to you.
That's all we can sing of that. There's copyright laws.
It's a banana birthday.
Some dude with a hairdo owns the copyright laws to that
Somebody
song.
give that man some banana pudding.
I can't even say his name. That's copywritten too.
Should be a banana in pajamas.
Bananagram. Ba, 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 da.
Who remembers that show? Bananas in Pajamas? Does that make me old?
Bananas in pajamas?
Yeah, they're coming down the stairs.
Oh my gosh.
Bananas in pajamas, they're chasing teddy bears. Oh yeah, shit was real.
Gotta stop bringing me
I
back,
don't think
bro.
you remember that.
I don't know how I feel
You're
about
struggling. And as they're on live stream waiting for this to happen, I'm watching the Formula Drift live stream and the Stookie one more time with Federico.
Didn't Adam LZ just lose?
No comment.
R.I.P.
Oh, no. So, what was that?
All right, let's switching it up now.
Got to give a shout out to Daniel, Push the Limits Media, wherever he is shooting content. God bless.
Super engagement from Mike on that first point. Seen a lot of straight around that corner, unfortunately, from the follow.
Mike is swinging away with this one.
Mike's powering it. He's showing him what a lead run should be. Nice and wide. Bring it back in on that horseshoe so you can follow right back into this corner here.
That wagon with all them bodies in the back.
The engagement's right where it needs to be. He had to straighten just to correct, but he was able to pull it right back out. I don't know. He pulled it right in. He sucked in on that last corner. That's tough, Mike. That's tough, dude.
Man. Lord have mercy. I don't even know right now.
My personal opinion is I'm leaning towards the Z.
Yeah, I mean, he definitely kept it cleaner.
The crowd's agreeing with us.
Well, the crowd don't mean nothing.
That's true. Sorry, guys.
This ain't no
we love you.
People's Choice Awards. So yeah, I'm gonna have to say Z. The Z takes the win.
Yep.
I have to say the Z, which is.
I have to agree.
Robin Kajowski.
Kajowski with the win. That's a tough one. I basically go in that direction. His lead was smooth, consistent, and though they blue.
So that'll be Robert Kajowski moving on in the Blue Z.
Very close. The BMW, I liked his aggression everywhere, but it kind of got into a sloppy sense where he dropped tires, had some bobbles, which can, mess up the chase. And being a Z already has low power as it is, you mess up a low power car, you're kind of making him sacrifice a lot on his run. So I kind of weighed the mistakes the Z made on the BMW driver.
I agree with that. And, honestly, it's kind of crazy to see because you say low power. I see a lot of these DE low rev, not the high rev model 350Zs out here. Here goes David Chernenko.
Bing bong.
I mean, this guy's a previous podium winner.
The man,
he's pushing it. He's like, nah, this is what it is.
He's all about the thrills. If you see his helmet is full open face.
Mm-hmm.
So he wants the experience.
That man loves to chew on tire.
Big smile, tires in your teeth. So unfortunately, the chase.
Thank you, David, for showing all of B Group how to drive.
Very nice lead.
We love and appreciate you.
Solid lead.
The 300Z, it was a good clean run, but it just
we kind of call that camera car at some point.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Yeah, sorry.
Just
it was a night and day comparison between the two, in all honesty. David Chernenko renews my love and aspiration for 350Zs every
just
time I
as you
see him drive.
stated DE, he just came flying by with the
Oh yeah.
Is there
That's the song of my people right there.
I liked it very much.
I'll eventually get that swap done, but that's not something we're talking about right now.
Judging the Group A guys too.
David's gonna join us. Is that what you said?
I think he said he wanted to.
Ooh, spicy.
I told him he'll get. If I don't think so, I'd just tell him no.
It'll be a party.
I'm the final.
So this is where it's gonna get interesting though, because there's a huge power difference between the two cars.
I think he should let him go a little bit and not focus on proximity.
Is that better? He's on his tail.
Well, not bad out front.
That just shows David knows how to do it no matter what speed you're sliding.
Oh, a big straight in there.
Even with the straight, and David's like, nah, it's cool, I got you. Let's go, boo-boo. 300 playing Togue. David's going, let's slide.
Yep.
Bringing
Looks
the
like he
pain.
brought 50 more to the Z mix.
As much as the 300 do look sexy, though.
That's a consistent predecessor takes the battle on that one.
Yes.
There is better technology.
Yes.
That is a false statement. Now, they do have Lamborghini headlights. That's neat. But that's about it.
So here's what I'm doing is I'm getting a 280ZX and I'm plopping a DE motor into it with the famous CD009 transmission.
Ooh. Now we're going to look at a 370 versus a Mustang. So
It's actually
anybody
gonna be
in this
rear
crowd,
mount
just
boost.
stay back. There is a Mustang coming through the course. So I don't know what it is, but the Mustangs,
Just tell them you have an empty
they're
stomach
like
and you're
the
skinny. Don't
people.
worry. This isn't Cars and Coffee. We have a little bit more safety here. 370, putting in nice engagement. Josh Haga pulling it back in.
Should be a good balance.
Wasn't that car blue last season? Oh, Josh kicking up some dust. Making sure the people driving by can't see. A little bit of a pizzazz that we don't want to see, though, because that is a point reduction.
Nice. Closing it in. I'm gonna have slight advantage going to the 370.
Agree with you. Yeah.
But Haga did a good job there at the end of closing it back in.
Yeah, he reined it back in. And, minus the spice. That wasn't very nice. Kind of hurts our eyes,
Oh.
Yeah, we got a little bit of that audio if you guys can hear. I don't know if you heard it. It's facing the other way, though. You know what I need? I'll be right back. Shout out to my boy Steve over here. I watched this man go from 0 to 100 and have this stream set up in less than 30 minutes. And
This is a good battle right
I was
now.
appalled. It was like every time we looked
Tit
at it,
for
it'd be like, I
tat.
got you in 5 minutes. And then 5 minutes later, it'd be like, boom, done. He's a rock star. Stoke Style Productions,
So
for
this
those of you
is
who...
kind of I'm right on the verge.
I mean, if I'm going to be honest, I think the 370Z did better driving on both runs.
I'm going with I'm literally taking it as the dirt drop is going to be the deciding factor.
That's a fair. I mean, that would be a 0 in
It was
FD.
pretty balanced on both sides. I
Yeah.
do like the Mustang closed the gap at the end.
That
but
was smooth.
The Z stayed on track, so that kind of starts where you got to start.
I could totally
So-
see that, man. I definitely agree with your decision on that. So, what's that? Hey, does anybody in the crowd know who's driving the 370? We're still learning names out here. Some of these guys are in new cars. Some of these guys are new to the competition here. So apologies, 370Z driver, when you watch this later. You should come say hi so I know you. I'd love to meet you.
The little red Miata, I don't know his name, so.
The little red Miata that could.
Got an AE86. A roller. Roller.
Deja vu.
Purple rain. The Miata looks like it's
That's all
going
I
to be
hear right
leading.
now in my head. Just straight Euro beats, bro. The little beep-goo, beep-goo, beep-goo of the limiter light. Oh, he's getting right up on his tail. Sucking it in. Ain't no leaving room for error here. Came real wide on that edge of the horseshoe. I don't know.
They're both smooth. Might have to just gauge proximity on this battle for the next half of it.
No gutter to hook here.
There was really no change in the gap the whole track. So it's going to really come down to how the Miata chases now.
Well,
it might come down to a proximity game.
And if that's the case, that's
No
stoked
zeros.
because we rarely get it down to a proximity game on the Group B.
And rarely is it just who was farther closer.
Yeah, it's nice to see, actually.
Big gap so far.
I'm a big supporter of these low-power drifter
So
cars
I'm gonna
because
give
it
you
really
the-
teaches you how to, like, control your car and your line.
The Rolla is running.
Oh, dirt on the Rolla.
Just got to keep it clean now.
As long as he keeps it clean on this lead, he's got it.
Rolla.
Woohoo! That was spicy. Oh. Watch out, start line. Don't die. Don't die. Coming in hot. It's not a Mustang, but it's close.
Hachiroku. And everybody, if you're watching Formula Drift, Joshua Love is about to battle.
Woohoo! I'm wearing his shirt right now.
We're rooting for you, Josh.
We got an
An
announcement from
after-hours
him
team,
later,
Jasper
actually.
Keys.
Speaking of,
Get it.
we're going to wait till Group A for that so we get a little bit more viewership, though.
We just love drifting here at Drift Colorado.
We do.
We just shout out
As
anyone
his
who's
shirt
drifting.
says, for the love of drifting.
It's true.
By the way, shout out to your team and you hooking it up earlier with that amazing Opposition Racing hoodie.
You like that?
If you guys are viewing or listening,
It's
this
true.
man has some sweet swag.
Swagger.
It's worth it, every penny.
It really is. Until you put it on your body, you might be a little objective to that.
Dude, it's super hot out, so I didn't put the hoodie on yet, but I'll probably be wearing it later when it cools down when we're
Exactly.
partying. For those of you here who are hanging out before they close the track, or if you're camping, I am going to be laying down a nice little DJ set, and we're going to be doing some birthday celebrations. Sounds like we have at least 4 birthdays here at the track within the last couple of weeks that we're all going to be celebrating. But it is actually Trapper John's birthday. He's competing in
It's a
Group A,
banana birthday.
and I'm going to keep saying that because this man is
It's a
the
banana birthday.
epitome of Stoke and a really good guy. And if you've ever had a chance to meet him while you're trackside, hey, I love you too, man. Thank you. Thank you. But yeah, good guy. Get a chance to meet him. He'll give you a ride along, teach you what's up. I've watched him go over the last I don't know, few seasons, and he's gone from asking questions to teaching, and it's well worth it. He knows what he's doing. He's gone from Group B to Group A, and he's putting down some sweet runs, and his banana monster is a beast of a wrecker. So, yeah, definitely check him out. He does drone stuff too, Trapper FPV. I'm not answering that. That's for happy time later. I mean, what? This is a live stream, y'all. We have to be nice. Here we go, Mike. Putting it down against who's in the vet? Someone help me here. Nick.
Had a little bobble there in the chase.
Bobble with some.
Hopefully he can close
with
this
some dirt. Ooh, he's shutting down almost right there. I don't know what. Really, pulling it right back in with some speed and some throttle. Huge power difference between the two. I mean, that Cressida is just doing what he wants with the really big,
and a straight
wide
neck,
wheelbase compared to the LS motor that's in the Corvette. So
he's really going to have to throw it down and force some errors in the chase because he is in a deficit.
Mike was putting it down great. It looks like we finally have replays back. Thank you, Steve.
Don't make me watch it.
Here we go. After Hours Autosport, if you guys aren't familiar with them, they're the team behind Josh Loves Drifting with Formula Drift, who is currently competing right now as well. But they bring us all of our replays and power that, so we just want to shout them out and say thank you very much. We love you guys. You are always by our side. Love you too, man. Bob Chestnut makes it happen, while Justin Chestnut also makes it happen, each in their own facet. Justin's actually competing this year in the Formula Drift, and so he gets to be right up there with Josh while also being one of the sponsors at the same time, which is super stoked. Here's a replay of that last run. After Hours Autosport, making it happen.
Opposition replay.
Lots of
the
distance.
Vet was all over, dropping to bam,
Woo,
dirt.
dropping the dirt.
Yeah, he's throwing it. He's definitely throwing it.
I think it's just too much throttle in the wrong spots, honestly. He's trying to correct
good,
with too much
hard-fought
throttle.
battle, but it's going to go to the Cressida.
I know a lot of times from what I've heard, Levi, because he runs a Corvette as well, he actually shifts up a little bit. I think he runs on this course, it's either third or fourth gear for most of the course, so that might have been what ended up doing it. It looked like he might have been a little bit too high on the revs, which was giving him too much slip on these corners over here, so he's overcorrecting.
These cameras. All these cameras.
I'm listening to Bob over here with After Hours, speaking of these replays, giving me some feedback on Josh Loves Drifting's run. How's he doing, Bob?
It is going to the judges.
Very tough. It's going to the judges. Oh, man.
He put up a great battle, but Masayama just edged him out. Good job, Team After Hours.
Max coming in hot on his second run of the day, going up against... Is that Nick? Or is that Dom? That's Dom. That's Dom's car.
Dom?
Dominic.
You never had me.
He is kind of like a skinny Toretto.
You never had your car.
This is the true epitome of Z versus Miata. I've seen both of these drivers just really lay down some improvement over the last few seasons, and
kind of a wobbly line in the lead. Kind of created a gap.
Dom pulled it. Yeah, he kind of wobbled in and had to straighten out there, and as a result, he lost a lot of distance on Max.
Well, Max kind of caused a little gap in the beginning on the entry.
He does kind of enter a little bit different than the rest of them do.
Kind of cut the first corner and built a little gap there, but
yeah.
I think overall he still had a slightly better run.
I would have to agree with you.
Well, you would have to, because I'm the judge.
I mean, I'm still allowed to disagree. It just doesn't mean much. I will voice my opinion. Thank you very much.
Oh, it matters. You matter.
Hey, you matter too, man.
Oh, big angle by the Miata. I likey. Mikey, likey. Max is doing a good job maintaining the chase. Oh, big bobble there in the lead.
Can we get like 20 more seconds in between sending them just for the live stream sake? My bad.
It's all good. Mike's been telling you to send it too. It's just as much his bad as it is yours.
And that win will go to Max.
Congratulations, Max, with Skid Z Racing.
Skid Z Racing.
Taking a win
Your
on that run.
Colorado Springs 350Z.
We're not in Colorado Springs, though. Oh, you're talking about his shop. He's kind of like in Fountain, though. Not really Springs.
Is it?
He's a little more
Or is it
south.
more like Black Forest?
It might be more Black Forest. They did just move.
We're
yeah,
in the Black
you
Forest,
might be right.
actually. Opposition is located.
Is that where you are?
Yeah, I can't tell
I
you
gotta
exactly.
come visit you sometime.
Top secret.
Well,
you
you
gotta
can-
have an appointment.
You can DM me. I can come visit you
We got-
sometime.
we got
and
actually
make a
have
video
a-
happen.
Giant Great Dane that protects the property.
Ooh, I like Great Danes.
Can't tell you his name because, no treats for the big boy.
Oh,
He looks like a cow, and he will hunt you down. Holler out to
I
Holiday
bet you
Racing.
that I could get him cuddling me by the end of the day without
he-
ever having to be in trouble.
Who's a big boy?
That's exactly how
What
it
was
works.
it, 185
Love.
pounds of dog?
Bro.
Yeah.
I got
Force.
a 70-pound lap dog, so I kind of know how it
70?
feels.
That's cute.
Yeah.
The size of his foot.
All right. Ooh, this is going to be a good one. This is going to be Max versus Mike. Both drivers have been putting down sweet runs today. Pulling it in. Correct me if I'm wrong, but that's a 2JZ powered Cressida, isn't it?
One, but it is a JZ.
Okay, so not the 2, but the 1. Gotcha. Thank you. Like I knew I heard a little bit of the spice, but I still haven't learned to differentiate the 2 yet.
That was a good lead. Max just was struggling to maintain the pace, but put up a pretty decent chase. And
It was still
Considering.
fluid though, and I mean we mentioned it earlier. We don't normally judge off proximity, so let's unless it comes down to this next run being like a close one, we may have to judge off proximity. You know what I mean?
Might just have to.
Okay, I can do that for you outside. All good, all good.
So, pretty decent chase. Go a little straighter. Push it. Man, I thought that's a tough one.
Well, let's look at the
Watch this
replay.
I
real
saw
quick.
the Cressida kind of straighten at the top of the hill. And I
After
know his
Hours
proximity
Autosport,
was
there for us in
slightly
the
better.
toughest of times, aka when we
Right-
don't know how to make a
right-
decision.
Let's watch at the top of the hill. He kind of
Kick some dirt,
right there.
straightened by Mike.
Oh man, I'm gonna have to.
I think one more time.
Oh,
That's my opinion.
don't know.
Not that it matters.
because I don't know if Max straightened it all.
No, Max kicked dirt and then Mike straightened right afterwards. Watch this right here, right at the apex. Dirt, straight.
Dirt drops is a dirt drop.
I think we should one more time it. I really do.
Can you show me the first half?
Do we have that?
We're currently deliberating watching replays. Hold, please.
Like with the Cressida in the
Watch
lead?
the first half. This is with Max's lead.
Well, this is what we just saw. Yeah,
That's what we just saw. Yeah, we need the previous run. Here it is. Yep.
Nope.
No.
that's the
That's
Miata, Max.
that's the Miata. That's a different run.
Max is. I can't even think.
Here it is. There we go. I mean, big distance.
Dropped an inner there. Oh, they both did the same
They
thing.
both
Yeah,
did the
one more
same thing.
time.
Yeah,
One more
see?
time. One more time.
Yeah.
Yep, it was close. I was really close to giving it to Max, but then I realized he did the same thing that I was about to hit the other driver with. So one more time.
I think it comes down to that early engagement that you were talking about that Max does. Mike kind of does the same thing. He sucks it in right here on this first corner, and it just creates a whole different line as they come up through here.
They just need to do a little bit better.
You heard it.
Do better.
Just do it.
One more time.
Am I allowed to say that?
One more time. One more time. Yes, I got the one more time. I'm just gonna run the Levi battle real quick. Okay, tell Levi he has to win really, really, really good. Okay, I can tell him that. Don't tell him anything. Tell him if you're gonna tell him something, tell him not to drive Group B.
I give Levi a hard time.
He should be a judge for Group B.
You know, I keep saying so, but he brings that Corvette, and I just make it hard for him.
Are we clear? Yeah, go ahead.
All righty, here's the debate right here, DE versus LS. See, as you can see, Levi, he's not
Kind of
using
cut the line there. I'm being crucial.
near as much of his RPM range.
Z
which
has
means he's a little
straightened
bit
out,
higher up in
and
his
Levi
RPM.
has straightened out.
I feel like he had to wobble because the Z's going so slow.
He ain't that close.
That straighten may have messed the run up. I don't know. I'm
leaning Z a little.
I'm feeling like it's gonna come down to this next run.
It probably will. But my slight advantage is to the Z. Mostly because there was a cut in the first corner and they both straightened. I guess you could call it on the lead.
Yeah, a lot of wobble
Yeah.
after the straighten.
Wiggle, wiggle.
Wiggle with me, will you? Ooh, where's the engagement from the Z? First corner.
That's going to make it pretty clear.
Oh, yep.
Yep. So right now, Levi's just maintaining drift, and that's really all he's got to do.
That's exactly what he needs to do.
Yep. And we are off-roading. Levi's going to take the win on this one. Levi with the win.
It's now rally sport, ladies and gentlemen. We just switch sports. Went from drift to rally.
Levi's just Forsberg now in the term of Forsberg gets the win. Because, you know, Levi.
I feel like
Mr.
every
Consistent.
series has their guy.
Mike, I have Mike overleading Max Pennington. Let me know when to go.
Okay.
This is that one more time battle from earlier.
Really hoping these guys clean it up.
Stoked.
I'd like them to decide the winner and not have to judge them.
I mean, that's kind of hard because they're both pretty good drivers.
Right, which is why I really like mistakes. When like a guy spins and that
I mean,
out of
that's
my
easy.
hands.
Yeah.
They made the call. Someone
Yeah.
made a mistake and that's a wrap.
I don't think you're gonna see that with
I
these
don't
two.
like juggling mistakes and then picking a winner.
You're gonna have to on this one. though.
No, I don't have to do anything. This
I
is
mean, they-
America.
This is also yes. You're
I
right.
can have what I want.
Yep.
I want Rice Krispie treats and Fruit Loops
Have it your way.
and tricks all at the same time.
That sounds amazing.
I know. Imagine the milk after that. Oh, delicious.
Giving me the jitters, bro.
Sugar water.
Some of that sweet chocolatey,
Sweet.
sugary goodness.
Send them.
Sweet
We can
Jesus.
send them, right?
Yeah, we can send them. Gotta watch those replays before we send them. But we did that already.
I'm looking forward to this.
Here we go, here we go, here we go now.
I feel like we should be close to done.
Rev limiter. Nice engagement.
There he is, a little closer now.
I'm really glad I'm not you right now.
Yeah, but that's easy on that. That one's kind of going to go slight advantage with the Cressy.
And
He's
for
just
our
smooth as
viewers
butter.
at home, would you mind telling them why?
Smooth, consistent, not as much wavering in angle once it's set. And overall, just you can kind of see it with your eyes. There's just a lot cleaner trajectories
Yep.
and commitment and throttle. Max did a good job in the beginning, staying close. He just had a bobble near the top of that hill, and then just started losing pace.
Okay.
There you go.
Mike's right on this door. So if it's a proximity battle you're after, we're already there.
Oh,
Oh, a little bit of
bobbles it
wobble
out.
on the follow. I feel like
God, they did the same thing.
might be the 350Z's fault, though, because he kind of did like a weird feint on the entry. Almost like he kind of shut down a little bit.
So that was a good battle. They both made the same bobble at the top of the hill, but Mike was able to maintain a better proximity. So I'm going to have to go with Mike on this one.
Well, there you have it. Congratulations, Mike, for moving on. Amazing driving from both drivers. Watching the replay here, you can kind of see why and what we're talking about. Mike was able to keep a lot better consistency as well as a lot closer proximity on the follow run compared to what Max did on the previous follow. And since he did go into the second run with a slight advantage, that's what ended up carrying him over. Z first Z, here we go. Go ahead and send them.
I like how the start
this
guy
is,
shut his
Rob
ears.
versus David. David's right on his tail.
Doors.
He's relentless. He's like, "Hey, bro,
Doors.
I'm right here. Let's do a fist bump."
See, I like these even battles.
I would be scared to be leading that right now. David is just like, "Hey, like a yapping chihuahua at your feet. Like, you want it to go away, but it won't."
Got a little gap pulled on him there at the end.
Oh man,
His line was a little
smooth.
shallow, so that's kind of why the gap was made.
that was good driving from
But I
both, though. I mean,
do appreciate David's aggression in the chase on the entry.
that was some scary aggression. Yeah, I mean, it was definitely a followable run. So what do you think?
I'm watching the replay right now. I'm going to go slight advantage.
Felt a little
I'm
wobble
gonna
right
they're
there.
pretty balanced. I was going to say David, but he lost a little proximity there at the end.
Yeah, and
And
he
so
actually
that
had to
little
dip his
edge he
toe a
had
little
going
bit
through
to-
the run just kind of went to a balance.
Yeah.
But he did have great aggression on entry, so that will be heavily weighed on the other driver in his chase. If he can't match that level of at least proximity through the first half of the course, that
So more of a
advantage-
technical advantage.
Yeah, it'll start shifting.
Kind of like a requirement.
Well,
now.
clearly you can't have a mechanical advantage.
Limiter. Pulling it in. Not quite as much aggression from the follow on this run. Nor the same angle as Dan's putting down. Oh. Ooh.
There's a bobble in the chase.
Ooh. He's pulling it back in, but he did dip his toe a little bit, and then a straighten to correct.
That's the kind of clear mistakes that we like to see as a judge, because that's going to give it to David without me having to really nitpick at all.
And that's tough because that was a really clean run up to that point.
It was.
From Rob. I mean, he knew, he understood the assignment. I can words. He understood the assignment right off the bat that he needed to do exactly what David was doing to him.
Yeah.
He wasn't going to be pushed around, and that he could push exactly right back. And he did that right towards the second part of this course, but he may have overcorrected while doing it, maybe not been in his normal comfort zone as a result, and I think that might have been what ended up catching him on the last corner here.
Big ups to the Blue Z, though. Big ups.
Yeah, that was smooth.
I want to see the 370 versus the 350 now.
I wouldn't mind seeing that.
You know, the 350 took out the 300, but now can the 350 take out the 370?
Which one of the Z cars is better at the slide?
Or is newer better?
You are clear to send.
So we got Josh. I think that's Josh Haga. No, not Josh Haga. He's in the Mustang. Josh. What other Josh do we have competing here? I might be wrong about that, but this is Josh leading Joey.
In that Z.
Oh, Josh L is what I have on my sheet here. So Josh L leading Joey. Joey Thompson. What do you think, man? I don't know. This is really? Oops. After Hours replay giving us a little bit of spice recap on what we just saw.
Z is smooth, and you can see when he gets to his angle and kind of commits to a line, he stays with it. So I like that level of, driving ahead, if you.
Yeah, I definitely feel like he found his line on this run. The follow was smooth too, though.
It was.
Clear to send.
I know, it just keeps it moving. I appreciate you. Bethany has the gimbal. I get to try it out tonight. Switching it up, Joey Thompson in the lead. Josh L.
Gotta close that gap.
Does anybody know, is Joey's car, is it 4A GE powered, or did he swap it? Yeah, we're definitely going to need to see an After Hours Autosport replay on that one.
He did what he had to do in the lead. The 8.6 just ran away from the Z, and that started closing that advantage the Z had going into this half of the battle.
I really like the lead run on that one.
On the roller?
Yeah, Joey, it was clean. It was right where he needed to be. He was hitting his clipping points. Yeah, I wouldn't be able to make a decision on that. No, but, I mean, both drivers were putting it down. The mistakes.
The Z had the advantage into the first half, and
then Joey just
took off.
I mean, it was a fluid lead run.
Yep. Hopefully they can clean it up, keep it close, but it's a tit-for-tat battle.
And it does sound like it might be a B-swapped Honda B-Series. Beams.
There we go.
So that's the Toyota Altezza motor, the Beams
There
Toyota
it
Altezza
is.
motor. That's why he's putting a little more heat down.
They are turning it up.
That's why it sounds different.
Nice.
Man.
That's why we want to see.
I'm so glad I don't have your job right now, even though I've been helping you do it all day.
This isn't the worst job.
It's not terrible,
I
but
just
it's
get
hard
to
to
sit
pick.
here.
That
and-
was
you
good
mean-
driving.
I mean, I get to sit here with a microphone and judge people. I'm feeling pretty judgy today.
Oof, duh.
Yeah.
I feel sorry for anybody getting judged.
Watch out.
Watch out.
Luckily for them, they
Hey,
have-
great driving, by the way.
Yep. Baby blue. right
Rob,
there.
that was beautiful. The Blue Z just drove by for those tuning in. Curious
So,
as to online as to
The
what I was saying.
8.6 set a pretty solid proximity standard on that. And I'm going to expect that 370 to keep it close, or he may just have to park it and call it a day.
I like proximity standards. That means we're doing good driving.
Lots of bananas.
Banana.
Got to be close enough to pass a banana.
Oh, great start off by the Corolla.
So this gap cannot grow. It needs to shrink.
Let's see if he can fill it.
The
Ooh,
pace.
Late engagement by the 370 on that corner.
Can't keep the pace. He's doing a good job trying.
He is definitely trying. You can tell he's trying to put it in. He's changing up his engagement points. But as a result, he hasn't
Yep,
found
there
his
it
line.
We all know that one's going for Purple Rain.
Purple Rain.
Purple Rain.
Purple. Do love me some purple. Purple.
Ooh. This will be a good one.
We've been watching Mike slay all day, and now we
Mike's
get to
been-
watch him slay against the Drift
Mike's
Doctor.
been just giving everybody his
Mike
face.
leading Levi.
Oh.
Wait, the Drift Doctor
Oh.
himself, who competes in Group A and B while
Yeah.
putting on this event.
Yeah, he brings 2 cars.
He likes to flex.
Bougie. Weird flex, but okay. Happy birthday to Steve Stark, too, the gentleman behind live stream. Just handed me a beer.
Yeah, this man,
I'm
Steve
about to
Stark,
judge
he
hard.
makes all things stream happen.
Oh, Mike with the throw in.
Mike is putting the sauce
All
down.
those kids in the back are having thrills.
Go faster, Daddy.
Ooh, a little bobble in the lead.
He's sitting there telling the kids in the back, roll up the windows, kids. It's a bad part of town. Japanese Lampoon's Vacation.
Balance.
Putting it down.
Oh, Mac's got a runaway wheel out there. Oh. I really don't know where the advantage goes after this. Really hoping somebody makes it clear on this half of the battle.
Wow. Sounds like we're gonna have to one more time that. That was spicy on both ends.
Mm-hmm. Cressy was pretty balanced.
It's like that taco that you knew you wanted but knew you were gonna regret later.
Mexican pizza from Taco Bell. I know they sold. Did you know? Fun fact: Taco Bell ordered enough Mexican pizza ingredients they thought for the rest of the year, and it sold out in 2 months. And now they can't get any more tortillas for the Mexican pizza until next year.
Taco Bell, if you're listening, if you sponsor us, we'll bring you more customers, which means you'll be able to pay for more Mexican pizzas.
More tacos.
So,
More tacos.
you know, even if you just provide food to our team, we got you. Let's make it happen. Free tacos? Like, you're speaking my heart and my stomach if you offer me free tacos, by the way. Just saying. Like, that's the thing.
Anybody who gives me free tacos is a friend. Hey, I like it.
Spicy, spicy, spicy,
I'll allow
spicy.
it. Ooh, Levi's really putting on the pressure on this one. It's almost like he knew.
Kind of dipped a toe there.
Little chili dip. Very nice. I'm going to say nice and
Very
balanced again. I'm right
nice.
in the middle of my judginess.
Bro, I feel like I have to have a pinky up for this one.
I don't have anyone I'm really leaning towards. My meter is neutral.
So no advantage moving forward. We're going to have to see basically the same kind of driving this next time.
Maybe a little Levi on his proximity. He has a proximity advantage at the moment.
Looks like our start line sent him without consent. But it worked out because Steve is really good at adapting to amazingness.
Ooh. I don't like that transition up the hill. Can you show me Levi's lead?
Can you tell him to hold it, please?
Now can you, Steve, after Levi's chase? Yeah.
Yeah, hold, we're deliberating. Hey, Levi's dumping coolant right now, so we're gonna try and get that fixed.
Well, Levi is going to take the win. Levi is going to take the win.
I talked over you.
You're
so,
fine.
Levi's dumping coolant right now, so that might end up deciding this for us. We'll see.
Well, Levi's got a little chill out because he did take the W on that. Mike just had a bobble going up the hill in his chase, which he kind of had to straighten and redrift. And Levi, obviously, I went and made sure he didn't do the same thing, and he maintained drift. So it's just going to come down to that bobble. They both had similar proximity. I'd say Levi was a little better with proximity and points, but overall, he will get the win on that.
Okay, give us a second.
Oh, shit. It's about to be Denova versus Osbo. FD's about to get lit. Everybody turn on your live stream. It's like a Pro 1 Formula Drift final battle in top 32 right now.
Please and thank you. I'm going to do it during A. Both? Okay. This is your practice run. While we have a moment, I do want to make a quick and special announcement. This is from Josh Love, the FD Pro driver that we were talking about earlier, as well as Justin Chestnut, the owner of After Hours Autosport. We really miss being at Drift Colorado events, and thank you all for your support over the years that have led to us being the beginners on this track 5 years ago. Now we are on to FD Pro 1. Many of you contributed to our success, and we want to thank you. We had our best showing at pro level yesterday, and can't thank you and the Drift Doctor enough for putting on these events to allow us to excel in both the sport in the sport we love. Excuse me. Wish us luck this evening as we battle Masayama-san and watch the FD live stream, which I believe already happened. We're very happy to announce our new partnership with a great Denver company, Jasper Keys. Check them out online for some really wild apparel. Some of their slogans are, "Leave a pretty corpse," and "Here for a good time, not a long time." And we put this one on the car, "Die with memories, not dreams." This is Denver-based, veteran-owned company, so please be sure to check them out. Also, After Hours Autosports is in the process of expanding. We just acquired a building across the street to the east of here as a second location, and we'll be adding race car alignment, corner balancing, long-term builds, nitrous filling, and everything else we already do. It will be an HQ of Josh Loves Drifting for the FD Pro team. We are taking reservations now for our winter build schedule, so please message our Facebook page and we will get back to you. Thanks again to the Drift Colorado fans and participants. We love you so much. And we love you too, Josh Loves Drifting and Justin Chestnut. After Hours Autosports, you guys are awesome. Jasper Keys, we're stoked that you are now a part of the Josh Love Drifting and After Hours Autosports team.
Oh, David.
We are excited to see what you guys bring this year's season. We are back at it with some more action between Joey Thompson and is that David Trinecco out there? I'm blind. Camera guy.
There's some weird stuff going on.
We're just
I blamed David in the beginning, but after that,
I was too busy talking.
you were. You need to take a breath. Yeah, that one was.
Is
an
it kind of like
interesting run.
sleep is for the dead, breathing's for the dead, or is it the other way around?
Bobble on entry, then a bobble in the chase, and after that zone, then another bobble. So I'm kind of in a
Bobble with it now?
bobble city. Bobble, bobble, bobble. Too many bobbles. Ugh. I hope they clean it up on this lap. Too many bobbles.
You don't want to see it one more time. I mean,
I don't.
I personally,
I don't want that many bubbles.
no bubbles.
Too many bubbles.
Be like a bobblehead competition.
Well, it's like you can't stop drifting if you're drifting. Yeah, we're live. Okay.
It's like top 4? Something? 2? Yeah.
I think so.
Here we go. Proximity and a dip from David.
So far, Dave has just kept his drift in the chase, which is more than that happened in the flip. So,
I do agree.
though the 8.6 is on hammer time.
That's a tough call, man.
Literally, I feel like it just comes down to all the bobbles in the chase by the 8.6 by Purple Rain. So I'm gonna.
They booted us. Why?
This is a tough one.
Mine's pretty.
I feel like I'm just going to have to give David the win on this one. Yeah.
I mean,
David.
I'm partial to the Z.
David.
It's not partial. It literally was the fact that David did bobble in the first corner, which caused the chase to bobble, so I canceled that out. But after the next transition, the chase bobbled straight again. Then after the next corner, he bobbled straight again individually. So
that kind of removes the fault.
It removes the lead fault after the first bobble and he created all his own bobbles after that. So it comes down to David fluidly drifting the whole course without straightening and redrifting. But if he hadn't had all those bobbles, his lead would have had a better gap on the chase, so he probably would have got an advantage in his lead.
Fair enough.
Well, when my buddy saw the FD layout in St. Louis this weekend, he pretty much said all his money was on Osbo, so we'll see how that ends up.
Who's competing? Is that for first, second? Tell him to hold. Is that for first, second?
We could probably run a 3-4 battle right now. Want to get that lined up, don't send it.
The stream's down. Hang on. Hodor. Well, hi.
Okay, we're getting Joey and Mike O ready to go.
Is that for the 3-4?
So the 3-4 is Joey versus Mike O. The 1-2 is Levi versus David.
Copy, thank you. You are welcome to send them.
Okay, once they get lined up, we'll send them.
Toochie tooch. I got you. In a second. You have a flathead over there, Steve? Oh, fuck. Here, put this on that. You're not, I'm not up, am I? Okay.
Looks like this will be the 3-4 battle. They sent it. I didn't tell them to. Me scusi.
We will be announcing the winner of this 3-4 battle after Group A finishes their competition, we'll be doing announcements for winners for both of that. So you're going to have to stay tuned for the 3-4 and the 1-2.
Go reset up the first clip barrel. First corner. Six is on rails.
Who is that? Is that Justin? Someone calling you? What audio is Whoa. Settle down there, Sparky. Here we go.
Purple Rain keeping it close.
Sorry. Here's a replay. But I think we have a decision.
We do have a decision.
Decisions
Purple Rain.
You're not supposed to tell him, bro.
I just like Prince.
Don't put this on me.
There goes Steve turning on the judge camera again. She just caught the end of my Chivo.
It's all good. You're not on.
Well, this is live streaming from Colorado.
It is Colorado. It's legal here.
You're not driving. We do things differently.
I'm not driving.
No, it's just tobacco. What are you talking about? We're at what? We're at high country. High Plains Plateau. I got glaucoma. I got my card. I get anxiety if I don't smoke.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh, stoked. Did you? One minute till crunch time. Spicy. Justin's out there. Chris is not feeling good.
David drives with an eggshell on his head, if you didn't know. I hope, Steve, you have any in-car shots of David when he goes by? Because you should really pull one up and freeze frame it. He's got like the little half egg helmet, full cheek chin, grin. We just need like, driver catch driver moments. So you're telling me there's a chance? I need more money. Shit. Dang. $1,000, huh? That's what it's going to cost for the opposition racing in car. I'm about to go sit in every car with my phone as a judge. Just catch it myself. Free.
I can put it on Facebook Live. God damn.
Conflict of interest. So we're going to have our final coming up between David and Levi. It's this 350Z stock platform versus the C5 stock platform. Is it going to go to New Balance's khaki shorts and a beat-up American T-shirt? Or, I don't know.
Like
What's
the new
like,
standard of
but,
America.
but what do Z drivers look like? You know?
We don't want to get into that right now.
Send it. I guess I didn't have another judgment for the Z drivers. They come in so many different shapes and sizes, and they wear all kinds of clothes. Levi right there, drop a tire a little bit. David just pushing it. Giving Levi a good lead. Oh, Levi has a big bobble in the chase. Now they're going to switch them up. That was a solid lead from David. He had a slight bobble going up the hill, but all in all, very, very clean. Levi had a couple independent mistakes of his own in the chase, and one of them cost him right there at the end in the last corner. You saw him drop a tire on the inside. And David's line was much higher on track, so Levi was not following that.
That ain't my baby.
Coors Light, taste of the Rockies. Here comes the other half of the final. Levi will be leading. They are tit for tat right now. It's like a mirror image as far as lead chase. Levi's pulling a little, but a good lead so far. Oh, David's making that close in. He's right there. That is what we want to see. Oh, man. You got me giggling. See, that was what we were talking about. Woo. I mean, I think the energy dictates we can go straight to the we have a decision, but I can't announce it. Pardon me if excitement makes you feel a certain type of way. Yep. Thank you, Daniel, at Push the Limits, giving you this quality content and footage, but it all comes filtered through Steve Stark, the
Stoke
madman.
Style Productions.
Stoke Style.
For the future reference, we are always looking for camera ops. But We
Oh.
we need someone to come sub in for him for
We
like
need a number 2 relief for the camera guy.
exactly.
He
So
has
does
to
somebody want to
take-
come give our camera guy some quick relief? Come talk
This
to me.
is not Cleveland, but he has the Browns. I'm prairie dogging it up here, man. That's commitment, Daniel. Time for some depends on that pre-track list.
Hey, Chris, can you come see me, please? Chris, come see me.
We have a winner, so I don't know how you want to announce it. Well, I'll tell you who it isn't.
All right, so we are going to take a quick intermission on the live stream while we gear up for Group A. So please stay tuned. We will be back with you within a little few momentarily moments. And we will also have the results at the end of Group A for Group B's competition. That's our podium winners first, second, and third. So definitely something you're gonna wanna stick around for. So yeah, we'll see you in the meantime. Do you have a graphic to cut to? Did the battery just die on that thing? That's wild. Hey, you're clear, go! Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I am Josh with Street Scene Review here on the Drift Colorado Round 3 live stream Matsuri for 2022 out here at IMI. I am actually going to be handing the microphone off to David Trineko, who competed in our Group B competition. He's joining us here to give you some goodness and grace you with his presence and give me a little bit of a break. So he and Mike are going to be our judges and announcers for Group A.
Yay, yay.
Yay, yay. Here we go. Introductions not necessary, as we already know how amazing you are driving. David Trineko taking over.
What's up, guys?
Go ahead.
All right, so I'll be primarily looking for style, proximity, and angle. I'm not too sure what Mike's looking for particularly.
Sick drifting. All about sick drifting.
Yes.
Angle, commitment, style, speed. It's kind of why I liked what you were doing over there in Group B.
Sick entries is definitely a go-to in my book.
Yes, sir. Sick entries,
So,
proximity.
Yep. I definitely love to see some sick entries, some commitment for sure. So, ready to get this started.
Are you ready, Steve?
Here goes our first battle, Group A. Drift Colorado.
Blake right on his tail, ready for initiation.
Yeah.
Great. Followed by Blake.
Good lead going on too right now. Kind of tit for tat there.
Yep, definitely a tip for that. Great run by both drivers.
Yeah, I'm gonna say there was a good lead. I didn't see, wasn't a super crazy good lead, but it was a nice, solid, chaseable lead.
Definitely textbook.
So there's a lot left on the table for anybody to take and kind of take this to the dub side. So we'll see what happens on the next half. Oh yeah, I see everything. Tires off, bobbles. Hate bobbles. Bobbles feel terrible as a driver. If people watching don't know, if you ever feel like a driver doesn't know when he made a boo-boo, oh, we know. Like, we feel terrible about it. And then
it's no better when you come over to us and you're like, dude, good job. And we're really like, no, it wasn't. But both those drivers did very good runs in their respective positions, and I kind of want to see somebody stand out on the next one here. I think proximity hopefully will come into it.
All right, here we go. Next battle. Blake is leading. Let's see what they got. Great speed by Blake. Great initiation. Good angle. Very close to the cone.
He's pulling a little.
Blake throwing a great lead run.
Oh, he got a straight in there in the chase, and another one.
Another straight, another bobble.
All Blake's got to do is keep it together now.
Blake throwing a bunch of smoke, giving a show.
Style.
A little of a bobble. Great run by both drivers.
I think we can unanimously say that Blake got the dub on that one.
I think Blake took the W on this.
So, more impactful.
Good job, Blake. Congratulations. Moving on.
And right now, we are actually watching the After Hours Autosports replay. And Blake just laying out a solid lead, good angle, dynamic, smoke, obviously everything we want to see just for entertainment for everybody involved.
Can I just note how beautiful Blake's car is?
It is.
Gorgeous.
He
style.
really makes brown not brown.
He makes
It's like
brown
gold.
yeah, literally.
Right?
You just don't see a brown car look good, but Blake does it right. He
Turns
just knows
brown
how to do
into
it.
gold. And I do love gold.
Especially how low he is, too. It's just,
Yep.
for how much grip he puts down, for how low he is absurd.
He's got that genuine JDM style.
Definitely. He's got
The
that
fitment.
taste. I like that.
We got Max Council out here. He looks like he's got the fitment going on, too.
Let's see his fitment. Can we zoom in on his fitment?
Check it out. Banana, she's on the fitment, too. Everybody's
look at
fitment
that.
out
Dude,
here.
their fitment. Look at those three-piece wheels in the front. Wow, look at those deep dish. Absolutely
Ooh,
gorgeous.
Max is
Dude,
basically on the ground.
Low. All right.
Eric. I get those Council brothers mixed up. All
Here we go.
Council bros. Drip Factory. Proud Colorado Springs family. Yeah. Hey, that's not right.
We got Banana versus Two-Tone.
Negative Nancy's behind the judging
See
booth.
what happens. Up and close and personal to the wall. Great initiation. A little bobble.
Super clean lead so far. Just smooth, like always.
We got a tire off on Eric's end.
He's definitely getting a little rowdy there in the chase.
Very good chase, but we did have a tire off and a slight bobble on top on the.
Very true.
So we'll see.
Very
See
true.
what happens when they switch it up.
I'm going to have to say, though, I do like when tires go in the air and corners are still made.
Yes, he did. He did have proximity.
I'm kind of a purist.
That is true.
Tire drop, yay. Three-wheel pop, ooh, yay.
So would you call that a three-wheel pop?
I do. Because
Okay.
how else can you three-wheel unless you drop one off?
Yeah, let's check out the after hours replay and see. Yes, it was a three-wheel. Yes, it was.
It was.
It was. So what does he get? Extra style points for that?
No, but I don't. It's like I'll allow it.
Okay. All right. Well, let's see what.
know.
Let's see when they switch it up. Let's see what they do.
I can't not allow it because then you're not pushing for aggressive driving.
Exactly. So we'll see what happens when they switch it up. I'm
Now
ready
you
for a
drop
good
that
battle.
tire and mess up the corner. Big boo-boo. That's no.
Okay. Here we go.
No.
They're lined up, ready to go. Trapper sacrificing angle to keep up.
He is. Eric is setting the pace.
Eric is definitely throwing mad angle. Great run, great lead run.
So that to me might balance out his bobble and his drop and kind of lean it back into bring that back into a one more time situation.
I agree. I was thinking one more time as well.
So
let's run it one more time.
What we're gonna do.
We'll let them cool it down there.
Okay, judges, we have a winner between Blake Schroeder and Will Rangel.
Oh yeah, the Browns won the Super Bowl. Blake. In case people are confused, Blake did get the win on that first battle.
Do you believe there's a power disadvantage between both cars?
Yes. Clearly. I know Eric just put that car together. It's got those bells and whistles in it. Jay-Z.
So with inline 6 versus Jay-Z?
Yep. They're both good and good power, but I think Eric's got just a little more on
Trapper's definitely hurting
Trapper.
for power, but he's keeping up and he's putting in his work.
Yeah, he backs up what he doesn't have in power with
Definitely.
smoothness and consistency.
He swings what he got.
He does.
Looks like Trapper's hitting limiter. Good initiation. Eric throwing a good follow.
See, where he was holding back on entry with staying in that gear, it allowed Eric to stay with him.
Getting in, tucking in.
I'm going to say Trapper had a little bobble there, allowed Eric to get tugged in there. Much cleaner next
Eric
time.
is definitely throwing it in. Very consistent run.
Very good. Nice and through the finish. Now they will switch positions. Right?
No, they got one more battle, I think. So it looks like Eric has the advantage, throwing more deeper into the pockets, better angle. Let's see what they have when they switch it up.
Trapper had a little bobble at the top of the hill, which allowed Eric to get in a little more proximity and kind of finish out with it.
Hopefully Trapper sends her home. Give it all her got. And they're off. Let's see what they got. Good initiation on Trapper, staying on him, staying consistent. A little straight.
It wasn't pretty, but I don't know if he really got straight.
He's
Definitely had to shallow out his angle. I think you can kind of see which way the needle's going to turn on this one. I think good battle by Trapper, but
yeah,
Eric
Trapper
just had a little more
definitely-
car.
Yep, Eric definitely power advantage.
Oh, and he's out there steaming, it looks
Something's
like.
steaming up there. Hopefully
He
his
gets-
car's okay.
Gets the win and now has to take a little check on his car. We're watching the after hours replay right now.
Those Jay-Z's do get hot.
I think he was talking to me earlier about having figured out some air bubble issues in the system, where he's got his radiator mounted, and I think he still might be fighting some air bubble issues in there.
Hopefully his car's okay to keep going. He's killing it out there.
Yeah, I've been in that boat. Typically, you gotta let some stuff steam over and then refill it up with some water and try again. But he's moving on to the next battle, so he'll have a little bit of time to figure it out and get it set up.
If his hood ain't open, that means he's okay.
He's like, I won? Yes. I just saw the stoke. It's like all the
Did
car
they not
issues.
tell him yet?
I think he, as we watched as he found out.
Oh, that's
He was
great.
like,
That's
"What? Yeah?
absolutely
Oh, yes, sir."
that's a beautiful moment.
Here comes our next battle with Levi.
Do you know?
It's not on there.
Oh. Levi versus Dan. Here we
Dan
go.
Whipple. Yes. Saved by the bell.
Good initiation by both of them. Dan Whipple
Keeping it
definitely
close.
keeping it up, keeping it close, keeping it.
Little bobble there in the chase, but he's did it to kind of maintain proximity, I think.
Definitely. Dan Whipple a little bit behind. Let's see if he makes it up in this corner.
Oh,
a
pushed
little
him
bit.
in the wrong spot.
A little bit too hard on that corner, unfortunately, which costed him about 2 car lengths and a straight and a dirt chop.
After that happened, it kind of all fell apart.
Few mistakes after that. Too hard to transition. On the
Yeah,
horseshoe.
pretty much. I think that zeroed him out there.
Yes, unfortunately. We'll see if Levi keeps it consistent. All he has to do is complete a run, and he should be good would be able to move on. Let's check out the after hours replay. Let's see where the mistake was made by Dan Whipple.
He tried to close the gap.
Yep, I think he closed the gap too late, which shot him out completely in the horseshoe, and made him lose proximity.
Shut it down.
Especially when you're playing catch up, it's never fun.
Sorry. Oh, you're right.
All right, here they go. Battle number 2. Dan Whipple versus Levi Waite. Good initiation on Levi. He's sticking on to him.
Levi's staying with him. It's kind of what he does to always finish high.
Levi. Oh, that was a swick 3-wheel.
Oh, that's going to send him off.
Another
though.
3-wheel. As far as the mistakes were made, those were pretty cool.
No, Levi keeping it aggressive even though he has a huge advantage.
Levi put down a textbook run, clean, consistent, good follow, good initiation. I think Levi will move on.
Yes, sir. That is the way it's going.
Let's check out that 3-wheel in After Hours Auto Sports. He did it twice. Look at this second transition.
See, and those aren't the dope ones. That's not the ones that we want to see.
It's the more of
That was kind of just a line
Bobble.
error.
Shout out to Tire Streets for providing great deals on tires. Accelera coming in clutch with the discounts, providing drifters with availability of tires, especially these hard times. They definitely come through. And Juku Racing definitely comes through with parts. Definitely Nissan.
And After Hours Autosports. And I just have to thank one other company. They're not a sponsor, but they're a sponsor of drifting as a whole, and they support drivers at events, so I have to shout out Drift HQ because y'all just really do be keeping drivers on track, and appreciate that, even if you're not an official sponsor.
As Crazy Frog would say, bing bing bong.
Andy doing some gnarly burnouts.
So it looks like we got Andy versus Max. We got a 240 versus LS.
Ooh, look at those Rays and then the VSKFs.
Yeah, that's clean. Supercharged LS versus JZ, I believe. Style points for both. Both of them know what they're doing, keeping the Japanese classics.
Those are actually Kanzeis.
Yeah, except for when I was in LS. I forgot about that. Let's see what they got. Fast entry by both drivers. Andy with great initiation.
He's keeping it in there. Max is a solid
Andy,
lead right now.
Andy is definitely putting it in. Great lead run.
We like to see that aggression in the chase.
Both great run by both drivers.
That was a good tit for tat battle, everybody.
Andy put it in.
Give it up
he,
for those
and
guys.
Max took it.
Can't see anything, so I hope you're thrilled.
Let's check out the replay. Great run by both drivers. This is literally nitpicking at this point.
It really is.
Great
really aggressive
transitions.
transitions,
Really
yeah.
great driving.
Andy was really risking it there in the chase. But it made it work. I don't know if I'm leaning anyway right now. I just liked what I saw all around. Now we'll see what Andy can do in the lead. See if he can force a mistake. Could a peanut gallery above there keep it down a little bit? Appreciate you.